gentlemen. Welcome to Mentally Fit, and you're on with the Dark Prophet. How are you doing today? So, the title of my conversation today is Personal Development. That's the title. So, Personal Development in Nigeria. That's the title. Personal Development in Nigeria. You know, when you look at our country today, Nigeria, you may ask yourself, how did we get here? How did we become one of the world most corrupt, most underdeveloped? How did we become a third world country? You can ask yourself that question. And there's a reason for that. And as you look at, if you're looking at Nigeria holistically, you can come up with several issues that is going on: terrorism, tribalism, corruption. Like, you can come up with so many things that you feel, oh, this is the reason why this country is this way. But one thing I just want to pick out to explain why Nigeria is this way is personal development, the lack of it. The lack of personal development is the reason why Nigeria is where it is today, and I will go ahead and explain. What is personal development? Personal development is really when an individual takes his or her time to develop themselves. And what I mean by that is they try to improve their skills set. They try to develop themselves by taking courses, taking classes, just being up to date with the latest information in their field, and also ensuring that they themselves, they are focused on things that is going to make their life much more better. Maybe things like avoiding distractions, things like limiting how much you spend, or stop focusing so much on movies and TV shows that just take up your time. That is one of the major reasons why Nigeria as a country is where we are. You see, if you look at the way our country is being run, we run the country in a way whereby our leaders tend to focus on structural development rather than personal development. They focus on structural development rather than personal development. And what do I mean by that? Structural development, right, is when you focus on building structures. First mainland bridge, second mainland bridge, third mainland bridge, fifth mainland bridge, right? You build malls, you build roads, you build train stations and all this stuff. Those stuff is good, but it is not really development. You don't call that development. You understand what I'm saying? Because real development is when you invest in the lives of your people, the lives of the citizens. That is real development. You see, if you invest in the lives of people, the road will build itself. I'm telling you, the bridge will build itself. But when you don't invest in the lives of people, all these things that you are building, all these structures you are building, at the end of the day is going to be abused. Because the people that are going to manage it, or the people that are going to use it, are not being trained or are not developed to the point where they will value that thing that you have created or you have built. A good example, let's assume you are living in Ojuelegba or maybe Anapaja, right? And somebody comes and says, okay, here is the keys to a Lamborghini, take it, it's yours, do anything you want to do with it, and you don't know much about Lamborghinis, you've never driven in one, you don't even know how the thing rides, chances are you are going to abuse it, because here is something that is very beautiful that you are being given, something that is priceless you are being given. But because mentally you are not developed enough to manage that, it is going to end up being abused. You will probably wake up one morning and put water inside the Lamborghini and think Lamborghini uses, maybe they use water instead of petrol. It's a nice car, they may use water. Or you may take that Lamborghini and start chasing babes and doing all sort of unproductive things, Or you may sell that Lamborghini and put the money in your pocket and ball out with your guys, So what am I trying to get at? What I'm trying to get at is when you neglect, or when a country neglects to develop its people, or when its people neglect to develop themselves, the infrastructures that are built, will just be a bloody waste of time. That's just the truth. That's why anytime you see things getting built in Nigeria, it's only a matter of time before it's abused. You see, they buy new, new trucks for the train station and gets abused. They build a new bridge, people are sleeping under the bridge, they're writing all over the walls, they're shitting under the bridge, they're pissing under the bridge. All that thing comes from because the people are not developed, so they can't handle anything that is being given to them. And you may find out that it's very interesting. You may ask yourself, what about our leaders? Are they developed? Personally, do they engage in personal development? You may find out or you may understand that some of our leaders, right, the reason why they embezzle, why they abuse power, why they overdo themselves, why some of them will take 500 million and develop a church rather than develop the people is because they themselves lack personal development. They themselves don't prioritize human beings. And what I mean by they don't prioritize human beings let me just say it like this. They don't rate human beings. They don't rate us. You get? So that is why they don't invest in people. Because if you look at the first world countries, if you watch what they do, they invest in their people. They reward those people who are excellent in their profession. Those who have developed their skills, they reward them, they give them better positions, more money, more access, right? But in Nigeria, somehow, even when you are good enough or you have developed your expertise, they don't give it to you because, well, you are Igbo. You don't want Igbo here. No. This is Lagos. No. It is Yoruba land, not no man's land. Oh, no, it's Hausa. No. Hey, I don't want that. I don't want somebody out tomorrow now. Say, you want to start me. No, we don't give it to you because of one thing or another. Oh, whether tribalism or maybe nepotism. Oh, I want my brother to be there. I don't want this person. This person is my cousin from my auntie's side. Let him be there. So it's things like this, that make it difficult because they themselves, to an extent, they are not developed. And I mean, this is not, I don't mean it as an insult, but it's the truth. There's a reason why some politicians, we hug the microphone. They are always talking, about what they did and how great they are, how larger than life they are. Sometimes this thing stems from lack of self-development. It comes from low self-esteem. You need the need to create a picture of yourself that you are all and all. You are in government, you're a politician, then you are taking credits for all the works, as if you are the only person working in the government office. You have other people under you. You have people that do the reports. All you just do is basically read it and maybe make some key decisions. But there's a reason why that is. Lack of self-development is the reason why some politicians go into office and they keep packing money, because in their mindset they have what is called the scarcity mindset. Will you be here for 8 years? Let me pack enough money for myself. I have to pack enough for my children, so there will be excess money. All these things come from lack of self-development. And what I really feel is, if we prioritize self-development ourselves, if you as an individual prioritize self-development, develop yourself by improving your skills, learning more, exposing yourself to thinkers, I believe that your life will change, because personal development even means you set personal goals for yourself. And I believe as a country, if we really want to move forward, we have to get beyond this mirage of development, where we focus on buildings and buying the 100 buses and all. That is not development. We must invest in the life of people, by making sure that they live a comfortable life, so that they can improve themselves, so their true potentials can come out. You cannot put a person in a house where there is no light, no food, no water, no clothes, and insecurity, and then expect the person to be the best at what they do. You will never get that, So I believe is our government prioritize self-development, our country will move forward. If we prioritize self-development, we can improve ourselves and we can also help other people. So the key is self-development, and we have a role to play. Our government has a role to play. So that's what I really wanted to highlight in this video, the importance of self-development. And with it, Africa can move forward. Nigeria can move forward, because if you look at all the African countries, this is a key thing that they lack: self-development. They neglect the people and they keep building things and buying things. That's not development. So self-development, Africa, practice it and you see how things will change. Bye.